Hello guys, welcome to another episode on Yinka's Meals. Yay! How have you guys been? What's popping? I hope you guys are good. Today I'll be talking about content. If you've been following the series, I'll be talking about different things as it relates to content creation or as a content creator. Today I want to talk about this question. I want to be a content creator, how do I start? But basically, is there like a way on how to create content? I think that's the question. I feel that there's no right way, there's no wrong way, as long as you know your strengths and your weaknesses. So first of all, I'll give you kudos for the fact that you finally realize, or you've gotten to a point in your life where you feel, or you've come to the understanding that yes, I want to be a content creator. How do you start? First of all, what kind of content do you want to be creating? I think that's very, very important. When it comes to content creation, a lot of people see that, okay, you go online, particularly Instagram, because Instagram is one of the places where content creators have been able to visualize or have been able to monetize their content. Apart from YouTube, they've been able to create different types of content, and brands have seen that and partnered with a couple of content creators. So now that you've gotten to the place where you decide that I want to be a content creator, but I don't know where to start, how do I begin? First and first, or second thing, what I would say is that, what niche do you want to start in? So when I started creating content, I started as a writer. I've been writing since as far as when I was in secondary school. I had a journal. What just came? I'll just pick up my pen, I was just writing. I could write poems, I did a little bit of poetry, I did more storytelling, and then I started doing a little bit of lifestyle. And that was how it started for me. At the time I started creating content, or at the time I started, at the time I delved into content writing, even the word content writing now then was not in vogue. Right now, when you talk about content writing, when you talk about content creation, everybody knows that it has something to do with digital marketing. But at that time when I started content writing, I didn't even know it was content writing. I think the basic word would have been copywriting, because if you work in an advertising agency, you have to work with a copywriter who will help you, create different things for the different kind of brands that you're working with. And then along the line, copywriting also became in vogue, which means you could actually do a copywriting course, and they teach you how to write copies and all that. So basically, you've already said that you want to be a content person, but you don't know how to begin. The first word is start. Start with what you have. Before you get to the realization where you decide that you wanted to be a content creator, which means that you probably considered a lot of things, your pros and your cons. Basically, I would say decide on the niche where you want to start creating content. So you find out that you're very good with politics and you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to politics, then start creating content that has to do with politics. That is, you've decided, okay, I want to be a content creator. Okay, now that I've decided I want to be a content creator, what kind of content can I put out there that would establish me as a content person? Okay, fine, I like talking about politics, or I enjoy politics. Okay, why don't I start putting out content that has to do with politics? Depending on the country where you are, you can start putting out content that has to do with politics, enlighten people. One of the very examples I would give right now is the US election, which is still ongoing, or that they're still counting, they've not finished counting. We see, for me, I had to go online to go and read about the electoral vote. I had to go and educate myself and read up on it and gain more knowledge. If there was a political content creator that I was familiar with, I'm not saying there's nobody out there, but I'm saying if there was a content creator that I was familiar with and I knew, I could have actually just gone to their page and go and read more about it, because this is the time where people are actually trying to learn more, trying to read more, trying to understand how the process works. And that's because during the last election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, we saw that Hillary Clinton had the highest popular vote, but she could not be the president, and that's because our electoral vote was not as much as Donald Trump. You have to have like 270. And for me, when the election started, that was one of the things I had to go and educate myself on. So just like I said, you have to figure out your niche. So you find out that you discover that you want to be a content creator. The next thing is, how do you start? You start by discovering your niche. When you discover your niche, you now begin to look for topics. What are the kind of conversations that people want to talk about? Okay, I like food, I like cooking, I like beautifying. I don't like my food being bland or looking empty. I like designing my meals. So I want to create content around that area, and then you can start. Another thing I would say is that after you discovered your niche, you discovered your love for content, and you start, creating topics, things that you want to talk about, things that you want to create for this particular niche that you have interest in. I would also say that do research on the people in that field already. The market is never saturated enough, but just do a research. See what those people in the field that you want to go into are doing, and see how you can make it better. I think that's very, very important. So like now, for example, when you go on YouTube, you see that we have a lot of makeup artists. I'm sure you probably look at my brows. I'm casting myself now. When you probably look at my brows, you probably have like some glitches about it. It's not properly drawn. It is not this. It is not that, and all that. So you might actually. I'm not a makeup person. Like, I'm not a makeup artist. But I'm saying that when you want to go into makeup, creating makeup content, you have to actually do a deep dive, and see what other makeup content creators artists are doing, and see how you can make it better. So if people are actually learning about brows or whatever, see how you can make it better and see how you can improve on it. So that way, by the time you go into that niche where people are already in, you already have an edge over other people that are there. So depending on the kind of content you want to do, whether it's educational or political, entertainment, or just lifestyle in general, we have a lot of content creators on Instagram who travel to a lot of exotic and beautiful places, and they give us pictures, and they're just so dreamy. You also going to look at this picture like, oh God, when did I get to go to this place? Which is very, very good. But one thing I would say is that when you particularly study each of these content creators, you would see that each of them, they have been able to carve out a niche for themselves. They have been able to find out their USP, which is their unique selling point. I know that we're so many in this industry or in this space or in this fair. How can I distinguish myself from the next person? So as a content creator, you have to know how you're going to distinguish yourself from the next person who is possibly doing what you're doing. Then you find out how you can do it in a better way. I hope it makes sense. So now I've answered the question of, I want to be a content creator, how do you start? Basically just start. There's a particular proverb that says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Just start. And don't forget, consistency is key. And as much as, consistency is key in creating content anyway. But there are going to be tired days, but keep at it. And if this makes sense, to you and you like it, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's very, very important. I'm trying to grow my channel. So please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I'd like to say it has been helpful to you, as a upcoming content creator. And if you have any other questions you'd like me to talk about, please drop them in the comment section below. Bye guys. Cheers.